Hey beautiful people, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to fix your zipper and your zipper fly to your trouser. Now this applies to female and male trouser. Let's get straight to it. You would be sewing your pockets on both the left and right side. I also sew the sides together, but while closing up the second side I leave out 3 inches like so. I'll close that up later, but this will aid my fixing of the zip. Okay, now you fix your pockets, fix your 2 sides, but leaving 3 inches open. Now I'll be using my zip. I'll be using the zipper fly. This is just 2.5 or 3 inches of 2 pieces of material. Okay, so now I'll be working on the left side of this trouser. Now on the front part, while you're marking when cutting, you notch for your pockets. Now you also notch the center area. You measure 7 inches at the middle part. That side we measure our crotch line. So from top to down you measure 7 inches, like I'm doing now, not just on the left side of the trouser but on the right side as well. Okay, so I've notched that. This is where you place your first zipper fly. Now you take one part of the zipper fly facing down, leaving 1/2 inch out. Now you sew from the notched area on your trouser straight down, sewing on 1/2 inch. Now what I'm doing now is ensuring that the needle is pinned on the notched area, and I left 1/2 inch out of my trouser, so it is not on the same line. They're not laying on the same, like the top is not equal. Okay, the zipper fly is longer than that. Okay, so now open this up and ensure that the notch part comes to the front. The next thing I do is to pick up my zipper and turn it all the way down. You make sure your zipper is facing down, close to the seam, close to the sewing. Ensure your zipper is not facing up. You lay it down and sew from the beginning of the zip to the end of the zip. Now you're not sewing considering the 7 inches. No, you're sewing close to the teeth of the zip, but don't sew too close to the teeth, please. Now you're sewing from the beginning to the end of the zip. Now after doing that, you're going to be opening up that zip, that is, turn it over. That way you have folded that part in. Now you pick up the second pieces, fold it into 2 like so, and put it underneath your zip. Okay, now the folded part is underneath your zip. You're going to sew the zip again. All right, you're going to be sewing the zip, but now it's on a different part because you've opened it up. Okay, from the beginning of the zip to the end of the zip. Okay, now after that, double stitch and cut out your thread. You now pick up the right side of your trouser. Remember, on the right side of your trouser you've already notched the 7 inches as well in the front area. Now you lay it front side facing front side, that is the right side facing the right side of the left trouser piece. Okay, the same length of the trouser, not too high. You then sew from the notch 7 inches straight down. Okay, from 7 inches you sew it straight down. Alright, after that you've succeeded in fixing your zip. Now if you open it up, this is what it will look like. Now it's time to join the crotch area, that is that curvy part, together. What you do is you sew from that notched angle in a curvy manner, just like it is curved. Remember, you sew from that notch angle. You carefully pin your needle on that notch area after closing up trouser, and then you sew to that curvy area. But what I do is to leave out about 1.5 inches because I've not finished sewing up my trouser, so I sew curve. I sew it in a curvy manner, but I leave out 1.5 inches. I'm going to show what I'm going to be doing with it later. So you advise to sew this part twice so that it is, now this is what it looks like when you open it up. So what I'm going to do is to just iron this part, and I've done so. The next thing is to just form that line that is always on the trouser to make that side lay well. But before you do that, you fold in this zipper fly because you want to have a nice finishing at the back, ensuring that the zipper is in the middle and is opened up and not closed, as in you can see the zipper behind. That what I'm trying to say. So you now lay your left part well and ensure that it is covering that part you folded. Now for bigger people I usually measure 1.5 inches, but for a smaller person you can use 1.3 or 1.4. That's 1 inch plus 4 dots, 1 inch plus 3 dots, and then when you get to that beginning of the zipper or the zip, you just make a curve. I'm making my lines thick because I want you to see it. When you're sewing for your clients, we don't make your chalk this visible. Now before you start sewing, ensure that your lines are on the folded area. If your lines are outside the part you folded, when you're done, that other side is just going to be swinging in the air. Okay, so you're just going to make sure that the sewing is on that zipper flower that you folded in, and this is it. You're sewing slowly and carefully. When it gets to the place, you double stitch. Okay, and then you've succeeded in fixing your zip. Yep. So I'm showing what it looks like. So now I'm going to turn it inside out. You know, I told you that we left 2 inches open, so I'm turning my trousers inward and I want to close it all up. You know, your normal way of closing trouser now, left back to front. So I'm going to finish it up because I left out 2.5 or 3 inches before, so I'm going to close it up on the left and on the right side. I'm going to do that for the 2 legs. Now this method is looking so long, but it's very easy. I did it this way so that you understand how to do it in a step-by-step manner. If you follow it up twice, you're gonna be a pro, like professional. Yeah, so I'm doing this for the right side. I'm closing up the trouser, the one I left open the other time, so I can quickly fix my zip. So I've closed it up now. What else? Next thing is to join the center together. So what I'm going to do is the center together. I'm going to just put middle part to middle part, the lines in the middle, put it together, sew it to the left to meet that former, you know, we left out 1.5 inches that time, and that curve part, that we are closing now. But how you close it is put the lines together to meet each other and then sew it straight to the back, so that way you have closed the back crotch line. Okay, and it looks so neat. See, so you've done this. After now you fix your band, you're good to go. Ta-da!
Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also leave your questions in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you.